Moving on to Nigeria, we saw the NSE All-Share Index yesterday falling back about 2%, closing at 34,089 points, really on the back of the loss we saw in Dangote Cement. Of course, it's earnings season, and we did see Diamond Bank release numbers yesterday. We'll talk about that with our guest joining me in the studio is Akinola Jones from Primera Africa. Thank you so much, Akinola, for joining us on the show today. And maybe we should start with the Diamond Bank story. Pretty positive numbers, that's what people are saying. The share price fell back largely because the company didn't pay a dividend. I want to get your thoughts on your overall view of the numbers released by Diamond Bank.
Yeah, last year we saw Diamond Bank with a negative PAT, but this year we've seen to about 22.1 billion. I think you have to give kudos to them. The key is cost control. We saw the loan loss expense provision go from about 50 billion to 7 billion. We saw a lot of cost control measures put in place. We also saw the loan book growth. You know, the average loan book growth in the market is about 7%. We saw something about 40% for Diamond Bank. You know, I strongly believe Diamond Bank is one of the only banks out there that's still lending to the real sector, still lending to the average Joe who's trying to build a small business. And, you know, those are some positive kudos. Yeah, we've seen the market, Diamond trail as of yesterday, but the outlook for the stock is still about 8 to 10.
Well, certainly, I mean, quite a few people still rating it a strong buy. And when you look at the valuation of the company, of course, the company is about to raise capital, $750 million. Maybe part of that would be a public offering. So perhaps we'll get that first offering that we've been anticipating. We hear a little more from the CEO when we speak to him later on the show, later on in the day. But your thoughts about the fact that they're raising $750 million?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mix of debt and equity. I think the Tier 2 capital that they're shooting to raise is going to be some foreign debt portion. Yes, hopefully we do see some kind of offering on the exchange, and you know that's definitely going to help. It's going to help boost up capital. They've been retaining earnings. What I'm going to say about the dividends is they've been retaining earnings because I believe the company wants to grow to a certain level. You know, they have different investments. You know, Actis is in it, and they have different companies that have been in the bank. So they want to grow Diamond Bank to a level whereby it's, you know, it's even more formidable than it is right now.
All right. If we move on to another topic in the news, that's mobile money. Only 400,000 subscribers so far in Nigeria, and the policy has been on for about 2 years now. Your thoughts about the slow growth of that? We do have a few companies in that space like eTransact listed on the NSE. The numbers haven't been fantastic. So your thoughts about the slow acceptance, if you like, of mobile money in Nigeria?
Yeah, I think most people think mobile money growth is due, the lack of mobile money growth is due to people not buying in or not being sold on it. But I think there are a lot of regulatory challenges. If you look at somewhere like Kenya, whereby 2/3 of their 29 million mobile subscribers are on the mobile money platform, but that also has to do with some regulatory challenges whereby telcos can play in the mobile money space. In Nigeria, there's some regulatory challenges that don't allow telcos due to CBN regulations to play in that space. And the telcos have such the ability and the reach to be able to properly penetrate that space. Right. Capital is also another key issue that companies in the mobile money space are facing. You see companies like Pagatech, they're growing. They just reached the 500,000 user. I wouldn't say active subscriber, but 500,000 users. So you can see trends of growth in that sector, but there's going to have to be some kind of value chain analysis whereby they go back and evaluate how do we target these customers, how do we get people on board? Because I'm going to say it's kind of complicated to use. Even
well, I would agree to some extent on that point. Yeah. Okay, let's take it back to the market. Your outlook for stocks as we go forward into this week.
Yeah, you know, my outlook is it's positive, but you know, you have to go back to Access Bank. Access Bank, Q1 results year on year. There was a drop in that, and that wasn't too positive. People aren't too excited about that. But you know, there are going to be some good results this week. I think Skybank is going to come out swinging, and I think First Bank is also, as usual, the elephant in the room is always going to make a big splash.
We certainly look forward to that one. Thank you so much, Akinola, for joining us.